Oleg Dunda, he is an MP from Ukraine. On October 4th, he made quite shocking remarks. He declared it was essential for Ukraine to invade Belarus now, a key Russian ally in Eastern Europe. Speaking at an anti Russia conference in Lithuania, Dunda said that it is crucial to move the war not only to Russian territories like Bryansk and Kursk, but also to Belarus. He added, I am deeply confident that if we enter Belarus with small units, the Belarusian army will lay down its weapons. This is not even confidence, this is knowledge. So, after facing one setback after another at Russia's hands, Ukraine is now planning to go after the strongest ally of Russia. Just like Vladimir Putin, the Russian leader, Belarus's Alexander Lukashenko is also hated by Western leaders. Ukraine now wants to target him to score brownie points from its Western masters. But guess what? Dunda's belligerence was quickly shot down by Dmitry Medvedev, Russia's former president and current deputy head of the Security Council. Medvedev chose not to beat around the bush and announced if such an incursion ever happens, Belarus will have the full authority to use tactical nukes given to it by Moscow. On Telegram, Medvedev wrote, some stinking Kiev Dunda suggested moving the war to Belarus. Well, then, Lukashenko will have full grounds to ask Russia to use the tactical nukes deployed in Belarus. Not to mention that Russia has revised its nuclear doctrine now. The process is still going on. The new document allows Russia to deploy its nuclear weapons in case of a conventional attack by a state that is backed by a nuclear power against either Russia or Belarus. It is to be noted that Belarus does not possess nukes of its own, but last year Putin ordered Russian tactical nuclear weapons to be stationed in Belarus. In April this year, Lukashenko had said that several dozen Russian nuclear weapons have been deployed in Belarus. While Belarus has refrained from joining the war in Ukraine, its troops have remained on high alert over the past months. Belarus has concentrated a significant number of personnel, including special operations forces, weapons, and military equipment in the Gomel region near Ukraine's northern border. And not just Belarusian troops, but mercenaries from the Russian Wagner group have also been rushed to the borders. Belarusian Defense Minister Viktor Krenin last month said there was a high chance of an armed provocation from neighboring Ukraine. The minister said, given the presence of Ukraine's armed formations in the border areas, there is a high chance of preparing and carrying out armed provocations on our regions, as well as high profile actions, including with the involvement of Belarusian nationalist formations. Lukashenko himself has hinted that if Ukraine ever tries to cross the Belarusian border, he will not shy away from using Russian nukes. He said, we are not going to use any weapons until you step on our state border. Ukraine has realized it cannot win the war against Russia. So it now wants to expand the war into Belarus to distract and disturb Russia, while also earning praises from Washington DC and NATO. But Kiev should not forget it is just one mistake away from turning into a giant melted sport.